Welcome back, everyone. Soda City Live continues with Be Well Wednesday, and I'm in the Soda City Live kitchen with Kay McGinnis, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and diabetes care and education specialist, to not only share a delicious and healthy recipe with us, but to talk a little bit about Diabetes Month, something that definitely bears repeating every single
We just
time.
can't get enough, and how perfect for me to come on right after James.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there you go.
Super excited.
Isn't that great?
We talk about the 4 buckets of,
Yes.
of stress, of diabetes. It's exercise or movement.
Yes.
Stress, sleep, and nutrition.
Getting enough sleep, getting the proper nutrition, getting rid of the stress, and then getting enough, what was the other one?
The exercise.
Exercise, yeah.
So exercise, I got to say this because we just had that segment,
Yes.
right? So exercise pushes your blood sugar down for 12 to 24 hours. It is a huge tool in the arsenal. So
Excellent.
It's so important for people to do. And we're learning so much more about it. So the continuous glucose monitors, the little things that people, you see them,
Right.
or the Dexcom, we're learning that it doesn't have to be one chunk of time, that 15 minutes after a meal, or if you could take a 15-minute walk after a meal, it is huge to help drive those blood sugars down.
Excellent. All right,
But I'm here to talk about nutrition.
You are, and I'm going to put you over here
Okay.
because one of them is good nutrition.
Right.
And so if you can just kind of go through, we're making a butternut squash soup, chili.
So one of the things that we talk about with folks is we make sure that we hit fiber. So it's not that carbs are bad. There's so much misinformation, so many just bad
Myths
connotation.
out there, right.
Yeah, social myths about carbs. Carbs are not bad. Carbs are really good, body's preferred energy, but we just really need to maximize and choose the best quality is what I'm always saying.
Good.
So fiber is a huge role or a huge player right there. So beans are our best source of fiber. Half a cup's about 8 grams of fiber.
Okay, so once you get the beans.
This is really
yes.
easy, you guys.
Yes.
So we've got,
And we'll show you the
and
recipe
we're gonna,
here.
you can do this different ways. I actually left out the meat for Dondi. So you
thank
could
you.
easily add ground turkey, ground chicken, ground venison. You could even put some tofu in here.
Okay, let's show the recipe then as you are putting there, you see them there, I'll just let you read through those, and my
So
producer will have
right.
those up on our
It's
website too, on
super
Soda City
easy.
Live.
Butternut squash always scares me. I love it now that they have the stuff, the butternut squash already
Yes,
cut up at the
because
grocery store.
trying to cut those open, I
I'm
know.
always afraid I'm going to cut myself,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So I love it that I can buy them fresh. One of the things I might encourage you guys to do is when I do butternut squash, if I'm buying it fresh, if I don't like the size of it, I have my handy dandy kitchen shears and I cut
Yes.
it in half so it's a little
To
bit
where you want it.
Right.
Okay.
And then the other form of it is I love to buy it frozen. So Thanksgiving is right around the corner. You can bet that there is going to be a beautiful salad on my table with
Yes.
roasted butternut squash
Oh,
and
that's
some
nice.
pomegranates, right?
It makes it beautiful.
It's gonna, and it's so super tasty. And
Right.
when you roast the vegetables, they get this just really rich flavor.
So you've got the crock pot going here.
So this is
and
easy.
This looks beautiful,
It
but
is
we
butternut-
just showed the ingredients, but you're going to start it
So
here.
it's butternut squash, right?
Yes,
And I'm
this
gonna.
here.
This is fresh, so it's going to take a little bit longer. So I love it in the crock pot, right?
Yes.
So we're just going to put a little bit in here.
Okay.
Right. And then we're going to just use our canned beans.
And you do not rinse the beans.
I did rinse these.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
did. I did as best as I could.
Okay.
In my portable kitchen.
In the Soda City Live kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
So I've got black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, whichever beans that you love. I particularly
Yes.
like the pinto beans and the black beans, so those
love
are
them
going
all.
to be mine. And the diced tomatoes.
Yes.
Right? So a little bit here.
Okay.
And then we're going to add a little chili powder, a little ginger, and a little cumin.
Yes, all
And a
wonderful.
touch of garlic.
Yes.
Right. So I always say to people get scared when we talk about healthy eating because they think they have to go to the kitchen and stay in the kitchen.
Yes.
Right. So take advantage of some of the things that are out there. So the minced garlic would be one of those things that I would say
Absolutely.
take advantage of. The pre-cut butternut squash, right?
Well, even just getting the beans in the can as opposed to having to soak them and cook them that way.
And diabetes is one of those progressive diseases. So, we want to make sure that we are working on that and it's also one of those inflammatory disease processes. So the more color we can get in, so add color as much as you can. So I'm adding a little pepper here, right?
So after we add the pepper, because I've got to wrap up and get to a commercial break here, after the pepper, what goes in there? Anything else?
A little bit of onion and a little bit of chicken broth.
Okay.
Turn it,
or even a veggie broth, right?
You could put a veggie broth in there, which this one has chicken broth. I should have put a veggie broth in there for you.
And then, thank you.
And then we've got some reduced fat sour cream or some Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt's a great option for a little bit of extra protein.
Are you all able to see this at home through television? It looks wonderful, and I love how tender the squash has become.
So
butternut
if
squash.
it's not as thick as you want it, you just mash some of that that stuff up. You just kind of
and you could puree it
and
too.
it gets a little bit thicker. Once you add a little bit of meat to it, it gets thicker as well. So it's more like a chili rather. It looks like a soup when Donnie ladled it up, but it's really a chili.
Wonderful recipe. Kay, thank you.
You're welcome.
From Lexington Medical Center.